saviors.
We are the saviors.
So, first and foremost, Indiana can have a seat and make you less nervous.
I'll make you nervous all day long. All right, so who's a Walking Dead fan here?
None of them. That's why they came to the
That's why
Walking
they,
Dead.
no, well, there's, you know, they
They
want to
came
learn.
who here came to learn how to do your hair?
Me.
These are great tips.
Mine is greasy.
I would say grooming, but this kid already said I had the most uneven beard he ever seen.
It's a sad thing.
I mean,
Take it personal.
so if anybody has a question, stand up, state your name, say your question, and sit back down, because we probably ain't gonna answer it. We're bad guys. You guys stand up, buddy.
Okay. My name's Carol, and I want to know if you think that Fear and The Walking Dead are ever going to come together.
They already have, through Morgan.
Well, you know, meet together and form a group.
Oh, that's a good question.
That is a good question.
I would say anything's possible at this point. But at the same time, when you say anything's possible, it is the one show that you cannot predict in any way. Because as soon as you think you got the idea, you know the direction they're going to go, they pull a Yui and run the other way. So it'd be interesting to see, because a lot of people are thinking that, like, you know, we got our speculations.
Well, Morgan's coming.
Yeah, because Morgan's going to Fear the Walking Dead, so could that be what leads it? I mean,
And we've also had one of the saviors, who was also a wolf, go and be a vulture on Fear the Walking Dead. So we had that crossover as well.
Well, I must say I like Fear better than The Walking Dead this season.
now I do have to agree with you on one thing. I only watched one episode of Fear the Walking Dead, and it's when Jenna Elfman came, when they washed up on the shore. I got a call from a friend, he's like, you have to watch this episode. I know you've never seen Fear the Walking Dead, but you have to watch this. And I watched that episode, and that was hands down the best episode per Walking Dead. Or, I've never watched Fear the Walking Dead except for that, but I can only say just for that episode alone, that was the best, most well-directed story episode I've ever watched in just about any show out there. That was a solid episode with the story behind it. Stand up, man, come on.
My name's Cameron.
Why you got an uneven beard?
Because I don't have one.
Are you a penguin? Is that why you're dressed up just like that? Yeah, I'm taking shots at you.
Leave Cameron alone. What's your question, buddy?
So with how long the original Walking Dead has been on, and there's been falling popularity. How many seasons do you think it has left?
Well, that's actually a good question. You know, most people think this might be the end, but you just sit down so we don't have to answer it.
I got a spin on that.
They actually made a statement about it. They made an official press release. They said they want to go for another 10 years if possible, but they want to turn it into a film franchise as well.
I think also what they're doing is they're like, a lot of our favorite characters are leaving the show, and they rejuvenate the show and give it, you know, some new legs. So I think it's possible that it could go that long. The fans are fairly loyal. It's like just one of those cult shows that I don't think it's ever really going to stop. It's going to always be a spin-off or some other storyline. It's the apocalypse. Like, there's all kind of little bands and groups out there just struggling to survive. So.
Well, you're never going to see anything dealing with zombies or walkers from here on without being influenced by The Walking Dead.
The Walking Dead is like your annoying little brother and sister. They're going to piss you off, and you're going to turn your back on them and not want to talk to them for about 4 or 5 months. But then again, you love it so much, you're still going to come back to it.
You're going to go back.
So that would be, but as far as lengthwise, they've said they want to run another 10 years and turn it into a film franchise.
And they made an announcement at the very least, we're going to end this season and go into next season. So it'll be at least 10 total seasons. The plan is to keep going forever.
Yeah.
But we don't know how that's going to turn out. You know, it might go into a film franchise, which I think would be a really great idea.
Now, this is my personal opinion. Nothing to do with anybody, you know, professionally. This is my personal opinion. What I think would be cool, they do this season, they do next season. In next season in a cliffhanger. Have everybody just like, man, and end the show. Give it 2 years after they end the show, leaving you hanging, or even a year. Give it a year.
can see the demand.
Come out with your first film.
And they need a savior spin-off show.
They do need a savior.
They need where did we come from? Like, let's tell our story.
Basically, what Rose said is they need a Digi ego show.
We need to have Neegan become
When he
the
was-
anti-hero, and how he
He's not the hero you need, or no, you want. He's the hero you need.
not the hero we need.
I messed that up. Totally jacked that up.
It's
That's
because
why
he
people
can't
go,
do his Batman voice.
Everybody
and be
check this guy
serious.
out, turn around. Hi, guy! That guy's name's Guy. Whenever you see Guy, just say hi, Guy. He really likes it. It's a true story. I wouldn't lie to you.
Did that answer your question?
Yes.
Anybody else?
Hello, my name is Tanner. What do you think they will do with Neegan now that Rick's dying tonight?
Man, why you gotta throw stuff like that at us?
I don't know.
We don't know that Rick is dying. We just know he's leaving the show.
Rick's fate tonight is going to be emotional. Is the best word. So prepare yourself for that. And with Neegan, the thing about Neegan is to know what's going to come next for him. Neegan is ruthless, but at the same
He's
time,
practical too.
he has a heart. And you got to think about it in our world today. What would you do if somebody tried to take you out and didn't finish the job?
I have honestly no clue.
Then you're not a bad guy.
This thing be
You got a good heart. Everybody give a round of applause for a sweet heart. You just literally, here's my heart. You just took this much of it, just like that. You made me feel so loved. Thank you.
You had a question, sir?
Okay, first off, the shield is awesome, but it really scares me because if we got into a fight, you would hit me with it and I would cry. That sounds painful.
My name is Aiden, and what was it like working on the set with everybody? Like, what was it like being on set?
Before we answer that, you said your name's Aiden, right? How old are you?
15.
How long have you been 15?
What kind of question?
I mean, how long has it been 15? That's a question.
7
his
months?
birthday.
Messed it up, but that's a cool name. But actually, you know, I think each one of us would agree, getting to be there and film, first off, was such an incredible honor and experience. And it's a lot of fun, but also, it's a learning experience, and it's just really cool to see, you know, like Jeffrey Dean Morgan, as he came out as Neegan, and how, just in the swing of a door, this guy can step off of an RV, and you literally think this is his life and who he is. And it's just an amazing experience. You get to meet so many people. It opens up the door of opportunity to come out here and see people like this. And, you know, like for me personally, the show helped me because I've been a professional wrestler for 16 years, so I was already doing different things on different levels for kids. But now I became the U.S. National Director of Fighting for Autism. I've been with Pops for Patients to help terminally ill kids, waiting to hear deaf kids. We got the DIPG awareness, JDRF. The show has opened so many doors and opportunities for me to give back and help others as well. So even for somebody at our level, or even for your bigger stars, the show is actually a stepping stone to boost them, and it's just an awesome experience full of just the greatest people you could ever meet. Like, I would have never ran into this cat right here beside me.
I would have
Now people
avoided
came-
him.
I would have been like, nah, this is a restraining order going down right now.
I felt it. No, one of the things that I really enjoyed about becoming a savior is that when you're working in Hollywood and the movies and the TV film industry, you get a lot of people that are actors, but they're always playing a part. When it came to the saviors, every one of these guys that came on was kind of a badass to begin with in real life. So we were working with a bunch of alphas, and we all had to get along and put the story ahead. So it was a whole different kind of respect amongst ourselves, as opposed to like Jumanji, which is a great film, but you have all kinds of classes of people. With this, it was all bad guys that wrestlers. I came out from the oil fields in Texas. Ro from.
We won't say where he's from.
Roe came from the corner of 12th and 160 Avenue.
It's 12th and Miller Street, actually. But yeah.
Yeah, so
Where's the
We're-
guy you don't accept candy from?
so it was great to meet a lot of these up and coming actors that are very masculine alpha males in the industry, and you don't get a lot of that in a group. So, for example, the PAs in any other plays, when they're working with the actors, they bully them around, they tell them what to do. This is where you're going. With us, they don't do that because
True
they're
story,
afraid.
somebody don't have a temper and won't tell them off, ain't that right?
Right.
Never tell them off.
No, so it's a different level of respect, and when you're on The Walking Dead, it's a closed set. So it's only the people that belong there. You don't have anybody that's coming in as a tourist or anybody's coming in as a guest. It's basically us, and we all get to work together.
And just to let you know, like these actors that we're working with, everybody on this set, like even the people that work behind the scenes, very professional. It's the best experience I've had as an actor being on the set. I mean, I've seen Andrew Lincoln break down crying, like the scene when he's cutting his son's arm off. He broke down crying for real in that scene, like the emotion and the authenticity. It's real out there. You watching it on TV, but we're out there for real, and it's moments where you forget that this is just the job. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a lot more.
Most sets, they're somewhere on a set where if we cut, we get some time, the stars are gonna go out to the trailer. Air conditioning and chill. But out here on The Walking Dead, we film on location a lot of times.
Yeah.
And the stars, they get the exact same experience we get. Everybody else, the crew, the background, everyone, the producers, we are all out there. We're all feeling the heat, the bugs, or the cold.
We're not all getting bit by ants, though.
No, that's his specialty.
Yep, that's true story. True story.
And well, sometimes when you get shot and you have to fall, you fall, and and sometimes you land on a fire ant hill, and you got to stay dead.
Stay dead.
Because we're filming. This is so expensive that you can't just and be a wimp about it. You just deal with it, and they expect that from us, and then we do that. We accomplish it.
You, come up here.
Did that answer your question?
Thank you guys.
Thank you for the question.
Oh man, portrait.
Oh man, this is the
Is anybody else that'd like to ask anything about the show?
Somebody's got questions, I'm gonna start asking, why you got TV on your head?
It's a costume.
Of
What?
It's
A TV.
It's obviously a throwback.
Yeah.
I am unfortunately her seeing eye dog because she can't.
Yeah.
I guess she's as blind as a
I
bat.
can't see fully.
Like she's
I have one more question.
I'm up and ask, really?
Yeah, come on.
What do you think they'll do with the saviors? I mean, the whisperers.
Ooh, that's something we can't really talk about, the whispers, because none of that has come out. We've been on there and we've seen, but those are the things that, if we spoil it for you, we would be
I've
doing a
never liked
bad job
spoilers.
as
Yeah.
I'm not asking for spoilers, I'm asking on your opinion.
It won't be as bad as the Saviors. How about that? That's how I feel
It's a
personally.
good opinion.
But
I
I'm
think it's
sure
gonna be
it's
scary.
another force to be reckoned with. Yeah,
I think they're gonna highly upset you, and you're not going to like them,
I agree.
and,
And that's the point.
yeah.
I'll have you fussing at your TV every Sunday.
Or breaking up with your TV till Tuesday. Whisperers are freaky. They're gonna be, and they're set to be the next bad guys, and hopefully the Saviors will have something to say about that.
But they got some of us over there. Some of my pals are in the hilltop now. 'Cause when I escaped, they didn't come with.
Mhm.
Yeah, so there's some pretty tough guys that are on other teams now. Also, that came from us.
Anybody else have questions?
I know you got another question, somebody, there we go.
If you guys could change your entire group, if you guys could be a whole other group, you guys could still be bad or just go good, or what would you guys do?
worse?
I would stay mad, I'd be worse than what I am.
He said, if I could choose,
Like to
another
be in the
group,
kingdom or in something?
I would be in the kingdom.
You would?
Yeah.
But
I would be in
ultimately,
the
I'm
kingdom.
gonna go wherever I stay alive.
But the kingdom, they're like warriors. I like anything like where
It never offend you to die.
Nah. I don't know the
Right.
time on its back.
So,
It's just
if, so when or if they do a movie and say they don't use all the regular actors that they have. So they're not using Andrew Lincoln, Jeffrey Lee Morgan, anybody like that. Only cast to play the same characters. What actor would play what character?
I don't know how well that would go off with the
I think
fans,
yeah.
first of all.
I think it'll flop.
it's not gonna work.
Because it's not just about the storyline, it's about the actors
Right.
that we follow.
That's
I
like the
can't
talent.
picture anybody doing a job like Andy.
Yeah, how can you pass off
Not,
somebody?
not, but
And
it's-
Jeffrey Dean Morgan, that's a bad guy that you love,
Mhm.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Because for us, as saviors, he's not the bad guy. We're the
Nah.
ones keeping the rules,
He's coach.
maintaining laws, making sure everyone's getting fed and protected. You know, Rick wasn't doing that.
He kind of left me hanging though, the POWs. But it's cool.
No, it's your fault, you got caught.
And I know, right? Death before dishonor, they say.
Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, I don't think that it would be a good idea for them to do that because, as a fan, I don't know that I would see anybody else playing Neegan
Many fans
or,
like
or
Daryl,
Rick.
who else is gonna play him?
You know, I don't think it would work.
Hey, Stems. Come here. That's you. That your better half? That your better half?
Yeah.
Go ahead and come up here too. You and Pete will go in there and have a job after this
It's a
panel.
pleasure.
You hear me? You got a job with these guys in this panel, and everybody should go watch. We got an artist out there named Terrence Muncie, who's a close friend of mine. And I want you guys to take your personal artwork you obtained from TKO and tell him that he can give him art lessons. There's your personal
How much are we getting paid for this?
You get to embarrass an artist on behalf of a savior.
I already do that on my cell phone daily. It's
Well, then
called
take the
dressing
mirrors
up.
down out of your house.
You're embarrassing yourself or what?
I'm embarrassing the human race. That's what I'm doing.
I like your style. We might be friends after all.
About you guys have any questions over there? Comments?
We're just enjoying that.
Remind me of
I have a
Yes, ma'am.
Only thing is
Couple
my
of more
brother-in-law
things
was on
to say.
there and fell.
Okay.
Okay, first, I thought that this season was very confusing and it's all over the place and like in the beginning when it was a year and a half and like they skipped totally Maggie having the baby and everything and now it's a baby walking around and everything. Totally confusing.
It was a time jump,
If
yeah.
I'm mistaken, there was 2 time jumps.
There was two
A
time
year,
jumps.
a year and a half and everything was different, I didn't like that. And then also I think that you guys must see it, that The Walking Dead attracts all kinds of people, from like teenagers to like grandmothers, great grandmothers. You know, whenever you hear somebody's a Walking Dead fan, like if I go to the mall and they're talking, I'll go up and say, "Oh yeah, did you see that?" Like, I mean, it's something else, you know.
It is. I agree. I think that started with the great actors that were relatable
Yeah.
from season 1, and it continued with the great storyline. It didn't follow the comics, kinda, just enough to throw you off, but I think that's because everyone could relate to someone on there, you know, from Carol to Morgan.
Everybody give Isaac a round of applause. Isaac, hop up there real fast. Isaac is a good close friend of mine. Isaac he's done the voice in Family Guy, and who here has like, everybody has a smartphone, right? Has anyone ever played the Where's Mickey app? If you've not played it, download it and play it. Isaac is the voice of Mickey in that game. Isaac has done a lot of voice work.
Yes, I use my voice.
That voice is trademark.
That voice is trademarked.
Put a stamp on his throat.
Here's a good question for everybody. Who here likes to win stuff? Everybody that just raised their hand is now entered into a game. we're gonna play a game. So anybody that has more than one in their group that raised your hand, pick somebody for you. And we're gonna create a line over here. We're gonna go turn for turn. And you are going to do your best Neegan impression. Then we're gonna pick 3 finalists. And the 3 finalists is gonna do their best Mickey Mouse impression. And Isaac's gonna pick the winner. And whoever wins will get a free signed print from me and Lane. So hop over here for all who wants to enter. You can win something for you. Raise your hand. You better send him up here then. Make him get up and do it. Hey, what if you got to pick? Somebody got to get up here. Come on, come on, come on. Look, we've got 2. We got to have at least 4. Come on. You, Stems, you're in. You're in, Stems.
You already like cosplay.
Which one of you guys?
I beat mine.
We'll help you with that. Get over there. You just entered yourself. Yeah, we will. We'll help you with that. You just entered yourself. Workshop, you're in. Come on, workshop.
And you better be good, Pop.
Hey, you. Hey, you're in. You want to win? All right, Stems, you're up first. What we're gonna do here? Do your best Neegan impersonation. See, here's the thing, probably is in the enter. You get the right to use Lucille in your impersonation.
Please be careful with the bag.
It is real.
That is an actual bat and it will hurt.
Let's see your
It's an
impersonation.
actual bat and it'll actually hurt.
Let us know if you're gonna do it for real so we can.
Video. Everybody give Stems a hand. England, you're up. Step right over here. Step right over here. There you go.
You can cry. You can breathe. You can whimper. Anyone picks up, I kill them for you.
That's fine. Let's hear it.
Gracie.
Little pig, let me in.
Up over here.
I'll
I'll be Rick.
Now, Rick, what we've got here is failure to communicate. Some men you just can't reach. That's what we had here last night.
I felt the wind off that, and I did pee a little.
Yeah, wait, ready, line.
Mind your better this.
Just do the
Do
dish.
that, do that. Oh, yeah! All right, so you guys are going to pick our 3 finalists. Hang tight here. If you guys liked
All right, let's have
Bouncing.
a round of applause.
Give it up for Bouncing if you like Bouncing. If you like Stems. Woo! If you like Neegan. Penguin. And makes you pee a little, man. You tell me which 3 was allowed.
I believe these 3 were the.
You 3 are the. So Stems, pee, and poo. So okay, you guys hop back over here. We need the 3 of you.
Thank you, guys.
One at a time. We'll start with you, Neegan. Step up here in front of Isaac and do your best Mickey Mouse.
Man, I don't know how good I am, but I can do it.
Good job.
All right, Stems, you're up. Keep you a little.
Hey, Minnie, how are you?
Now you got the hard job, Isaac.
All right, so are we gonna get a
Isaac
audience?
picks.
Oh, it's just Isaac.
Isaac picks.
Well, he is the expert.
It's always me.
Okay, so you know what? I think you're the best right there. You guys are the most interesting.
Well, here's our winner.
John.
John?
Congratulations,
All right,
John. Hey, John, just to let you know, I'm sure Indiana's winning too. We're all going to throw in an individually signed autograph picture for you. So just stop by our table when you get over here. And our 2 runner-ups, we're going to
Two runner-ups, come by and see us too. We got something for you.
We got something for you also, okay?
Congratulations to you, sir.
Anybody else have any questions before we wrap? All right.
New people that came in.
You guys have any questions?
Oh, no.
They're not here for us.
They're a bunch of dorks.
All right, so tonight is the last episode with Rick. We all know that. If we don't, now we do. Make sure you watch that.
Yeah, when you come up with this spoiler,
It's not a spoiler.
I didn't know that.
And
You ruined it for me. I can't watch no more.
I think it's just for ratings. He's not going to die, guys.
He's gonna die.
So,
No one, like you were saying to me earlier, no one leaves peacefully. The only one that left was Morgan.
It's a rite of passage to die on The Walking
Yeah,
Dead.
and the only one that left peacefully was Morgan, and he went to fear the Walking Dead.
we want to thank everybody for taking the time out of your day to coming out to Grand Strand Comic Con. Come over and check us out. But most importantly, more than us, please do me a favor. Look up and check out Fighting for Autism. We fight for awareness and acceptance for those suffering with autism syndrome. I am the U.S. National Director. We are a non-profit. Please take the time to look that up. As well as Pops for Patients. We collect the Pop Funko figures for terminally ill kids in the hospital. If you donate a Pop before 5 today, I will personally sign you a photo for helping out with giving a terminally ill kid something to make them smile.
and we'll give you a selfie.
And also check out DIPG Awareness. It is brainstem cancer in kids. Please support it. It's called the Julia Barber Foundation. We do a lot of work with the JDRF as well. That is juvenile diabetes. And Waiting to Hear. I work with them personally a lot, and we raise money to buy deaf kids their hearing aids so they can hear for the first time. And with all that being said, one other thing I do everywhere I go, everyone here I know for the most part probably has a little furry loved one at home, right? Well, just as we use as in autism the voice for the voiceless, we have to be the voice for our animals. We have to be the voice for them. They don't have one. If you can, take your time. $5 at the Dollar General will buy a bag of dog food or cat food. Please donate it to your local animal shelter. Let's do our part in making a better world for these little guys because they bring so much happiness to us. I thank every one of you personally for coming out. Check out the I Am Second movement because each one of us are second to our superior. Thank you guys so much.
And I have one last thing I want to invite you guys. We are doing a series. It's a new concept. It's short-term comedy sketch, 3 to 4 minutes. We're doing 12 episodes this year. And so far, it's been all saviors and walkers that have been either cast and crew. It is called The Hypersensitive Hitman. He's armed, he's dangerous, and he's allergic. It's very funny. It's all on Facebook under Hypersensitive Hitman. Check it out. It's us working, doing something completely different, comedic, and short. All right?
Come by, say hi to us, and get to meet the real star, Kaylee Turner. That is my daughter. Please come by and say hi to her. Check us out on Facebook. You can find Indiana at Indiana Significancy. Actor Indy, which is a whole lot easy.
INDA.
Isaac on Facebook as well. Rodigi, Insane Lane, and me. You just type in Josh Turner TKO. We love keeping in touch with everybody, so please keep in touch with us, except for you.
Make sure
All right.
you take care.
Give yourselves a round of applause.
You guys are great. You guys are great. Thank you for the time, guys. Appreciate y'all.
The Mickey boy.
Nikki.
Mickey.
What do you want me to say?
Amen.
Say anything, huh?
On the show.